talk to me about that, because I see things that were in my brain at one time. And when we started 4 years ago, like certain ways, certain memes come out, certain ways, certain captions are written. I know that I invented that. How do you feel about seeing people that are incorporating things that you invented? Are you happy about it? Do you take a step back sometimes? How do you feel?
Very much like, I mean, I don't even toot my own horn, but even like, I don't even want to say like a Nicki Minaj, or more than like a little Kim, like you very much, I'm out here in these streets. Like even this whole language, when you see things, even as far as just when you're putting the caption, when you're putting video or putting video to actual, just how things are presented to the Black populace, when you have, the videos of like families together, as well as like the titling on the top of it and having the shirts with that and swiping. I'm the only person that ever did that. I invented all the swiping. I invented all placing it how you speak to the Black populace. I started in 2011. And then even from there, like even certain pages, like people even know, like a Watch the Yard, HBCU Buzz, a lot of these people were then giving me content, because I used to hold the competitions. I started competitions for Greeks. I started making it to where you could win stuff because you were winning the items that I was making. So it made all of this sense. So I would have people like, Watch the Yard and HBCU Buzz and everybody like that. They would always send me content. They was basically my little foot soldiers. And they was doing stuff. And then I left that community, or I just basically wanted to branch out because we needed more. It was people like, like Boosie situations. People was wanting to wear letters because I would make stuff and they wanted to wear it. And it was getting a little out of hand. Like it was seeing it a lot. I don't know if you remember that time period, probably around 2008, 9. Like people was just like doing what they wanted. I was like, you can't really do that. Like you can't to get too involved in like, or just, crossing and blurring lines. So I really wanted to establish some stuff for them to have over here, because there was no Black items either at that time. Like 3 6 Mafia, that stuff was out. It was wow. When 3 6 Mafia came and headlined at Howard, I knew it was over. I was like, that was one of the batteries that made me start 2006. I'm like, we need a brand, because we cannot be up here talking about this be that at Howard Homecoming. This is insane. So it was just like, this is bad, guys. I mean, I'm twerking, but this is not cool. This is not okay. So I definitely wanted to just make something better and bigger. But yeah, I'm definitely, very flattered. But just even telling people, even from the HBCU grads, like, your page and others around, just even having that, there were no Black pages. There were no HBCU anything. So the only reason the HBCU pages came around was because the Greek pages that we already had, like that you were probably already a part of, they were private pages. You couldn't get in. So if you couldn't get in, then you had HBCU pages, and people made HBCU stuff for everybody to come in, because people was feeling excluded. Like, I'm sorry, like if you pledge, not in here. Like, so if you do this, so if people have been getting very like, like I'm shut out. So let me make something. Even yourself being a noob, I know that there are other pages that aren't run by Greeks at all either. Just, people that went to, these HBCUs. And I know that those pages formulated because of the Greek shenanigans, because of the pyramids and diamonds, because of everybody else that was still, we were all in this big alliance. And I was definitely like, I had 60, maybe 70,000 followers in 2011. Like that was then. And that was just Greeks. And I just had Greek stuff. And I switched my name and switched everything over to make sure I could try to integrate it all. And I feel like now it's time to bring it all back together, so I can make sure, just so I got that microphone to put all the Greek stuff up here, put all the Black stuff up here that I always wanted to do, to where it wasn't Black community not feeling, feeling upset because they didn't go to HBCUs and they didn't pledge, and it, like it's a lot. PWIs upset, like I just want a Black item. Like, nah, we gonna talk about these schools today. Like, nah, we gonna talk about the organizations today. Like, I don't have time. So I'm flattered really to come here, but just even telling you that evolution, and just for even people to know, like, how did that even start? Because it was just people posting pictures on Instagram. Twitter was basically, you have all your captioning, and then it was just pictures on Instagram. And then I took it and I put it all together, and I started talking in this language and started making it to where, like, I made memes as well, because I'm a meme maker. People don't know that too. Like, I used to make memes for Hoodvine and things like that. I'm a memer. So it was not hard for me to start constructing this stuff. Or even memes that you see, I made a lot of those memes back in the day too. So like a lot of those things that went viral, I don't have to make Black stuff. I would just make funny stuff. So it is not hard to turn that into like a talk or like a verbiage for the populace that you see on hair pages now, melanin, all these things are using that same thing, that same type of setup that was probably originated around 2011, 2010, right when Instagram started.
Right.
So history lesson for y'all. History lesson.